offense is the talk of the league. Under Ben Johnson, they're averaging nearly 374 yards and 26 points per game. Their third down conversion rate is among the NFL's best, and the offensive line is a fortress. But the defense is a wild ride. Statistically shaky, but elite on third down and enforcing turnovers. They bend, but don't break, making clutch plays when it matters most. This unpredictable mix of explosive offense and opportunistic defense keeps fans and analysts glued to every snap. The Bears are must-watch football. Every game feels like a statement. To appreciate this season, remember last year's pain. The 2024 Bears were lost. Anemic offense, porous defense, and a city in despair. That rock-bottom year forced the franchise to make bold changes. The failures of 2024 became fuel for this year's resurgence. Players are motivated by the memory, determined to redefine what it means to be a Bear. This season is a redemption tour, a direct response to last year's disappointment. The shadow of 2024 makes this turnaround shine even brighter. The hiring of Ben Johnson changed everything. He brought innovation, accountability, and a modern offensive vision. Practices became energized, the playbook creative and accessible. Johnson empowered players to think like coaches, building trust and confidence. The offense now plays with swagger and purpose. His leadership is the foundation of the Bears' transformation from rebuilding to contending. Ben Johnson is the architect of Chicago's comeback. The 2025 Bears forged a new identity: resilient, intelligent, relentless. They play with a chip on their shoulder, aggressive on offense and tenacious on defense. Under Johnson, they dictate tempo and excel in critical moments. Team chemistry and unity are at an all-time high. Complementary football defines them, offense and defense picking each other up. They weather adversity and punch back, no matter the situation. This mental toughness is their biggest change from last year. The Bears are now comeback kings, rewriting the narrative of Chicago football. The heart of the Chicago Bears' offensive explosion is the dominant work in the trenches. Ben Johnson's scheme is built on a powerful, intelligent offensive line, arguably the league's best at protecting its quarterback. After 5 weeks, the Bears allowed just 7 sacks, the best in the NFL. This elite protection is no accident. It's talent, coaching, and chemistry. The confidence and swagger of the Bears starts with these 5 men up front, controlling the line and the game. The Bears' offensive line is the heart of their attack, but on third down, they become the brain, masters of the money down. With a conversion rate near 45%, they keep drives alive and defenses guessing. Ben Johnson's creative play calling and the players' poise turn third down into a moment of anticipation. This synergy wears down opponents, builds momentum, and makes third down a true weapon for Chicago. The Bears' offense has found its identity, a relentless, powerful rushing attack. Under Ben Johnson, they've transformed into one of the league's top ground games. Averaging over 140 rushing yards per game, the run is now a foundational pillar. The Bears impose their will, wearing down defenses and controlling the tempo. This success opens up play action, making the offense even more dangerous. The rushing renaissance is building a sustainable, championship-caliber identity in Chicago. The 2025 Chicago Bears offense is a complete package: stout pass protection, third down magic, and a punishing ground game. They're versatile, balanced, and consistently move the chains, ranking among the NFL's best in yards and points. This disciplined, explosive attack is the engine of their 7-3 record and their playoff hopes. The monsters of the Midway are back, lighting up the scoreboard. The Bears' defense has struggled mightily against the run this season, ranking near the bottom of the league and allowing big yardage on the ground. Opponents have controlled the clock and dictated games, forcing the Bears' offense to keep pace. Yet, despite these issues, the defense has been surprisingly tough in the red zone, ranking second in fewest rushing touchdowns allowed, a testament to their situational grit. The Bears' defense has struggled, giving up too many yards both on the ground and through the air. This bend-but-don't-break style keeps fans anxious, as opponents move the ball with ease. Ranked near the bottom in yards and points allowed, the defense puts constant pressure on the offense to be perfect. This model isn't sustainable for playoff success. The Bears must tighten up, especially in the red zone, to compete. For every frustrating first down run the Bears defense gives up, there seems to be an incredible game-saving stop on third down. This is the great paradox, and honestly the ultimate saving grace of this unit. While they struggle on early downs, they transform into an entirely different beast when the game is on the line. The Bears' third down defense is not just good, it is unequivocally the best in the entire National Football League. Opponents are converting on only 29.27% of their third down attempts against Chicago. This elite shutdown capability is the primary reason the team has a 7-3 record despite their other defensive struggles. It is the silver lining that shines brightest. This third down dominance is a massive strategic advantage. It acts as an eraser for the chunk plays given up on first and second down. A defense that can consistently get off the field on third down prevents opponents from capitalizing on their offensive rhythm. It forces punts, flips field position, and, most importantly, gives the ball back to the Bears' explosive offense. This ability to slam the door shut is demoralizing for opponents who work hard to move the ball down the field, only to be stonewalled when it matters most. This situational excellence is a testament to the coaching staff's preparation and the players' focus in high-leverage moments. So how do they do it? On third down, the defensive play calling becomes more aggressive and creative. They utilize exotic blitz packages, confusing pre-snap disguises, and press man coverage to disrupt the timing of the opposing passing game. They're willing to take calculated risks, trusting their cornerbacks to win their matchups and their pass rushers to get home. This change in philosophy from a more passive early down scheme to an aggressive third down approach keeps offenses completely off balance. The players execute these schemes with incredible discipline and intensity, playing with a level of confidence that is, honestly, palpable through the screen. Ultimately, this third down prowess allows the defense to survive. It is the pillar that prevents the bend but don't break philosophy from shattering completely. While allowing a high volume of yards is not ideal, the impact is severely mitigated if those yards do not lead to sustained drives or points. The Bears' defense has mastered the art of making the critical play at the critical time. This unique identity, struggling on a down-to-down basis but achieving lockdown status in the most important situations, is what makes this defense so dramatic, so frustrating, and yet so effective at finding a way to contribute to winning football games. The Bears' defense is defined by its knack for takeaways, game-changing plays that swing momentum and set up the offense with short fields. Whether it's an interception, a forced fumble, or a tipped pass, this aggressive unit thrives on creating turnovers. These takeaways are the ultimate team plays, directly linking defensive success to offensive points. The Bears' defense may not be perfect, but they make the plays that matter most, and that's what separates winners. When we strip away the narrative and look purely at the data, the 2025 Chicago Bears offense stands out. Averaging 25.8 points per game, they rank 8th in the NFL, proving their consistency. With 3,138 total yards and the second most first downs, this offense keeps drives alive. Elite pass protection, just 7 sacks allowed, lets their balanced attack shine. Now averaging 141.1 rushing yards per game, the Bears are a complete, formidable unit. The Bears' defense is a story of extremes. Elite in some areas, but plagued by glaring weaknesses. They allow 26.4 points per game, ranking 28th in the league, and surrender huge yardage, especially on the ground. Their run defense is among the league's worst, giving up 164.5 rushing yards per game. In the red zone, opponents score nearly 65% of the time. The Bears must address these issues to compete. Despite the concerning yardage and point totals, the Bears' defense has managed to be a net positive for the team by transforming into an elite unit in the most critical, high-leverage situations. This is where the defensive story takes a sharp and positive turn. The most stunning statistic of all is their performance on third down. According to data from early in the season, the Bears' defense allowed opponents to convert on only 29.27% of their third down attempts. This figure was not just good, it ranked them first in the entire NFL. This ability to get off the field on the money down is the defense's superpower, an eraser that mitigates the damage done on first and second down. This third down dominance is complemented by an equally impressive knack for creating turnovers. This is a ball-hawking defense that changes the complexion of games with sudden, momentum-shifting plays. After just 5 weeks of the season, the defense had already generated 9 takeaways. This opportunistic playmaking tied them for third in the league. Forcing turnovers is the great equalizer in football. It ends promising opponent drives, creates short fields for the offense, and can even put points on the board directly. This aggressive, takeaway-focused mentality is a core part of the defense's identity and a primary reason for the team's 7-3 record. When you look at the offense's situational numbers, the picture of a well-coached, disciplined team becomes even clearer. Their own ability to convert on third down has been a major strength. While some sources have their rate as high as 45%, even a more conservative figure from StatMuse of around 41.0% is still a highly effective number that keeps drives alive and the opposing defense on the field. This complements their defensive third down excellence perfectly. The Bears are consistently winning the third down battle on both sides of the ball, which is a proven formula for winning close games in the National Football League, no matter what the total yardage says. In summary, the stat-by-stat breakdown reveals a team with a clear, if unconventional, identity. They have a top 10 offense that can score with anyone, built on a foundation of elite pass protection and a punishing run game. On defense, they are a true bend-but-don't-break unit that gives up yards and points but slams the door shut on third down and creates game-changing turnovers. This statistical profile paints the picture of a team that is not perfect, but one that is expertly coached to excel in the moments that matter most. It is a high-wire act, but so far, it has been a winning formula for the 2025 Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears' dramatic turnaround is thanks to head coach Ben Johnson, the architect of belief. He didn't just bring a new playbook, he transformed the team's culture, instilling accountability, innovation, and confidence. Johnson's leadership has inspired players to buy in, play with joy, and believe they're built to win. The Bears now play with swagger and unity, reflecting their coach's vision. Ben Johnson hasn't just changed the record, he's changed the spirit of Chicago football. The Chicago Bears have stormed to a 7-3 start, igniting hope in the Windy City. But can this high-powered offense and opportunistic defense sustain their momentum for a true playoff run? The road ahead is tough, with opponents adjusting and the pressure mounting. The Bears' ability to adapt, stay resilient, and evolve on both sides of the ball will define their season. For the first time in years, Chicago controls its destiny. The comeback kings are ready for their biggest test yet.